Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today and thank you for another opportunity to come into the markets. And I thank you so much for your grace and your mercy, your kindness and your goodness. And Father, thank you for all the provisions and life and friends and family. And I ask that you would help me to be grateful for every 2 or 3 pips that we make today in the market. Please grant us wisdom and discernment as we execute trades in the market. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua, amen. All right. Okay, so this morning in our trading session, we currently just have a few yellow folders. We don't have any high impact stuff in the news for now. At the Tokyo Open later, we have President Trump speaking. So I would expect that to be, well, obviously depends on what he says, but we should expect some good movement at that time. All right, let's break this down. Break the euro dollar down on the daily. We have really been chopping around a lot, and that has been good and bad for me. It should be continuously good, but I've made some real mistakes over the past few days. But anyway, this market still seems to be grinding upward through these each day, but it is not directional at all. So definitely want to keep that in mind as we go into the market today. I don't know if we're going to see another drop down, but just looking at the daily chart, I see something that we might want to take note of. We've had this couple of these legs down over here like this, and we've had one over here now too with the wicks, and I'm kind of wondering if we might see symmetry and have another leg down like that before we have a continuation upward. I don't really know, obviously, but I could see that symmetry coming into the market and then potentially heading up to break all this consolidation. But we got to just trade what we see for sure for now. But I was looking at that a little bit earlier and I saw this pattern could easily start to form. So that's on the daily. We'll go down to the hour and through the Tokyo and the London session, just a lot of chop. Actually, the Tokyo session really drifted down through here. That's where I ended up taking another loss last night. I shouldn't have taken the loss, but I did. Another mistake. It's only 42 pips. And yeah, I should not have. I was just being a little too aggressive. And that is hurting my account. Good morning, Larry. Okay, gonna go to Todd's class. Did you find anything out yesterday? Did you go over to it? Did you find anything? Just go down to the 15-minute chart. And here we can see the London session a little bit in more detail. Just all through here. Yeah, this stuff right here is really supposed to be good for the way that I trade. And so we should expect to make good money today because I'm going to just keep trading like I should. And here, just down on the 1-minute chart, we had this leg. That's a strong push down. Oh, 13 pips. Not that much. Not as crazy as I thought it was, but yep, just a mess back and forth. And that should be good for me in the way we trade here. So that mess should create lots of income. So hopefully we'll make some income today. I really need to fix this account now. So the way to fix it is through slow trading, rule following trading. So that's what we're going to do today. You were at the VA. Did you go to Todd's class? Did you go to Todd's class yesterday? And when was this? When you went to the VA? And is that the hospital? No, you didn't go to Todd's class yesterday. You just stayed here. All right, so we're starting off today with $533 today. And we're going to start just by shorting this run up. And it's because this leg has now run up 17 pips and we're at some overhead resistance. There's a little bit more up here, so I'm just jumping into it, but I'm showing you why we're jumping in. Probably be trading both sides of the market because it's just been chopping back and forth. And until it picks a much better direction, I've got to make sure that we trade that way. Trade for the chop. Don't expect or assume that there's going to be a break. I mean, at some point there will, but there's not any indication of that at the moment. So let's trade for the chop. And the way that we trade here every morning is a very good way to utilize the current market conditions. Okay, so we will continue putting on some more lines on the chart. 7 a.m. Yes, I got CT scan, infusion, and another x-ray of my sinus. Oh, wow, okay. You were at the hospital from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Was that yesterday then? Oh, it must have been yesterday. So your sinus is not doing too well. I'm just going to put in these trading lines. This is where we will take action at, and you can see we can trade both sides because there's so many opportunities on both sides of the market. That is a choppy environment. And that should mean lots of opportunities for money. Just gotta take it easy and go slow and place trades at our lines, and we'll make money. It's really high probability that we'll keep making money through these conditions. The way that we end up having a hard time is if there's a particular world event that happens and then it just goes directional. But until then, we will trade on all these lines. Oh, well, I hope you can get that cleared up with your infusion and your sinus. Has that been an ongoing problem that you've had for a while? Is that something new? You've had 2 sinus surgeries. Oh. What are they attempting to do with your sinus? What's going on? The weather has a lot to do with it. Do you find that it just is creating congestion? Okay, let's just buy this market. Just took profits. We'll buy. Huh. Okay, get ready to buy again. We run into this next line. So right there is good because it's sitting right on those points. And I'm gonna try and do my best to trade both sides of the market today. Okay, get into a couple here. We'll get into two more down here. And as it pulls back up, we'll also short it. Just got my finger on the trigger to buy again. Trying to let this drop a little bit further. And then on the pullback, I'm going to also just go short there because we should get down to that spot there. Then we got one short on here and a bunch of buys on above. Okay. So if we can hit that profit on the short, we'll buy again, too. Oh, just missed the target. Look at that. That was crazy. It like bumped right into it. Okay, coming back down for another shot at that low. Let's see if we can grab that profit on the short and get into a couple more buys. And this is what I want to see personally for me in this stuff is when we got so much chop, I just want to have orders all over the place that have all kinds of high probability of taking profit. This is a good setup for us. All right. Oh, we just missed it again. Look at that. I'm going to want to try and get that profit off as we get close to it because we just bounced off of it a second time. one more push down again. Okay, I'm just going to take the profit there and get a buy. And it might push down, but it bounced twice off of the profit target, so it also might not go down further. You can see that was a pretty good call because we got the buy on, so we made profits on the short and then we made profits on the buy. So let's see if we can get another opportunity to buy. If it shoots up, we'll short it. Yeah, Larry, I think FTMO is a pretty great company. They've got a good reputation. I've never had any problems with them. Other users seem to say the same thing. So yeah, they've got a really good reputation. They've been around in the prop industry for many years. Okay, you're going to buy here, and then if it pops down more, buy again. Buy right there. Whoa, there's an aggressive move down. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to put 4 on there. And we're getting the profits on those right away because that was super aggressive. That shot down. So that was a pretty good reaction to grab those buys. Yeah, we got lots of movement in the market now. Okay, taking some more profits on those. And we got to take a loss on the top now. And we can take a short. Oh, oops. We can take a short here now as well. If it pops back down, we'll get some more buys on. So we took 4 profits on those buys, and then we took a loss. Let's just have a quick look at the history. So yeah, there's the dollar, mostly $1.50. So $3 and $6, and then we took a $7 loss. So almost equaled it out just to mitigate the risk. And then if this comes down and hits our profit target there, we'll completely cover that loss. Either way, at the moment, we're going to be covering the loss because we've got orders on both sides. Yeah, Larry, that's a great idea. Just start in the free account. I think they just give you a 10K account. I don't know if they have any other ones for the free. I think they just give you 10K accounts. Yeah, but Kim also got one just the other day. She bought into it. She says she's really liking it already too. So they do have other sizes. Okay, pick whatever you want, I guess. I mean, trade the 10K and then you can trade along with me if you want, because well, that's what I'm trading. But whatever you feel comfortable. It's one of those accounts you can just blow up and it doesn't matter. So I guess I would recommend the 10K because it's just kind of a standard default size. Like, what would be the most effective for you trading prop firm accounts? Like, if you figured maybe you would trade $5,000 accounts, then maybe you'd want to practice in a 5K account if they have it available. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just go with the 10K. And then if you want to just trade micro lots as if you were trading in a small account, you can do that too. You can always trade smaller. Okay, we're getting some good consolidation in here, so I'm going to try and get on another sell and try and line up with the tops and bottoms of this consolidation a little bit better. So I know it's starting to look a little confusing. We've got buys and sells on, and they're all in good spots to get hit for profits. So as this pushes down, if we can get down into that profit target on the short side, we'll start buying again. But otherwise, we'll just hold off and let it go pick its direction. Okay, just took profit on that short. I'm going to get this one off for a small profit just because we're running into this new data, this little support point. So I'm going to take that small profit there on the short. I'm going to get into a buy and then see if we can make money in this consolidation now, excluding that wick. It might go back down there, but at the moment, I'm just trying to utilize this little zone. If it goes back down there, we'll get into probably 2 or 3 trades down there again. How much? We could do 4 again, I think. We did 4 the first time. My rule is to go a bit less the second time, so we'll do 3. If it pops back down there again, we'll do 3 trades down there. But that was pretty cool. That first time it shot down, and we already had our line ready. It went straight to our line, so we already knew what to do. I wasn't wondering what to do. It went to the line, so I just clicked. And then we immediately took profits because it bounced so quick. So that's a good thing to do, setting up your lines ahead of time so you're ahead of the market. $10K is the one they start at. They start at. Yeah. Yeah. I think you can buy bigger accounts if you want to start at bigger accounts. If you want, you can buy 50K. I think you do 10 or 25, 50, 100K. trying to break lower, but it is currently struggling. You can see maybe these other lows back here are creating some support. All right, it looks like it's going to make its way back down to there again. So I'm going to place a short here as it's pulling back to try and grab it further way down here. Then we'll start placing shorts at these lines and at the take profits on the buys. Got to be careful shorting down here because it's run down pretty far, so got to just trade it really light to the short side. But I said I'm going to try and do my best to trade both sides. Just try to trade both sides all the time. Unless we get a real directional move, then we'll have to readjust. But I just want to take advantage of all the back and forth movement. Okay, if it pulls back up to here, we'll short it as well. That'd be the second short. Okay, almost there. Okay, try it right there. Oh, that was, did not realize how close we were to the bottom. That was not a good spot. Should have waited a lot more. We'll have to wait till it gets all the way back up to here to short again. At these take profit levels, then we can short up there. So we'll get into 2 shorts up here, then we'll get into another 2 up here, and then we'll probably get into 4 up here somewhere. Just as a heads up, to be prepared for where the market goes next. So 2 here, then another 2 short here, and then 4 all the way up here. Okay, so as we take some profits on the longs, we'll just add a couple shorts. So there's profit on that long, so we'll add the short. And then if we can bump into the next one, we'll take another short. Whoa, just like almost crossed the line on that short target. Okay, just took profits on that short, so we'll just add a buy. Oh, hold on, only when it pushes down. So only want to buy on the push down. Okay, add one there. And if it can run all the way back down again in a hurry, we'll put 4 back on, because that would be a nice double bottom type pattern, and actually like an upside down crown. So if it just shoots down there and grabs those profits, we'll put 4 buys on. And it's starting to do as I was kind of thinking. It's not there yet. We got to hit those profits. Just going to shimmy this one up a little. I want to be sure that that gets hit. And then we're going to put 4 buys on if it shoots down and grabs those targets. hesitating right on this low, trying to decide if it wants to create a higher low now, which it might. So let's see if it pushes down any more again, we'll just take the profits on the shorts. They'll just be small profits, but I'd rather get out of them in case it wants to just create a pivot higher. So I'm just going to get ready to take any little profits. Yeah, see it's starting to get away. I think it goes behind. Just missed it again, darn. Okay, if it runs all the way back up to those targets, we'll short again. Okay, it's trying to make its way down again. This time I'm not going to take the profits off early. I'll just let it go and hit the targets if it's going to go. Okay, I don't really want to be in two right at the bottom, so if I can just get a little profit on that bad one, I'll just take that little profit off, and then we'll let the second one hit a target, if it will. So I'm just going to wait carefully for a little push down, and I'm going to take that profit. And, oh, you know what? Let's just move this target up into here, so it can get hit easily and doesn't have to break those lows. Okay, there we go, that profit target hit. And if it comes down to here, we're just going to go into 3 this time, not 4, because it's going down more slowly. It's creating more pressure. We'll get ready to start buying. Just buy 1 here, and then 2 more right at the bottom. Okay, buy one more here. Buy. Oh. Oh, it was lagging. Okay, I got two. I got my 3 on for that layer. So now I just got to hold and wait. Okay, seems like it wants to break down further. And then any profit we can make on the buys, we've got to start getting rid of the losses on the top side on any opportunity. So it pushes down pretty quickly. We'll find that next layer, that level that it should bounce at. We'll put in a good size buy layer and we'll take some losses too, just to mitigate that risk. So maybe let's just go look, see where the next spot is. Okay, we've got the 1.158 level is another solid next place for it to turn at. So lots of opportunities down below. If it shoots down, we'll be just fine. We should be good. Or if we get a turn here, we'll be even better. You can feel that slowing momentum coming into the downside, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we will see a turn with an up leg, but we will see. And there's Vin. Good afternoon, Vin. Good to have you. How you doing today? Vin may be a little bit late, but he's already into his afternoon, so he's ahead of you on the day, Larry. It's going to be hard for you to catch up to that. All right, seems like we have a turn coming in. Should do us good. Vin, I was breaking down the euro dollar today, and you can see just the amount of daily chop just back and forth in pretty big swings back and forth, but the market's not letting go one side or the other really. So I'm just trading both sides of the market and trying to make just take advantage on everything, pretty much everything that moves, and pretty much being in a hedged position, just taking longs and shorts all over the place because that's just a high probability with the way the market's moving around. So we've just been taking longs and shorts today so far. I know through the past few days, we've got a bit of an upward grind on the daily chart. So I guess you could say I'm slightly still biased to the buy side a bit. So um, when we short, it's better to wait for it to pull back a little bit more before the short side than it is on the long side. So I don't really want to short right here now. Wait for it to pull back a bit more before shorting again. If it drops down quick, we'll get into another couple buys again. All right, we're going to get another push up here. If we can get a solid push up, we'll get ready for the shorts. All right, just took that last little profit on that bottom layer. So I'm just going to be slow to take losses here for a sec because of the way it's really starting to run back up. Like we're getting a longer term turn in the market here. So, oh, see that pull back down? Let's get into a couple more buys here. 2, 3. There we go. Took profits on those bottom ones. Kind of didn't get the greatest fill on that other one, but perfect. Nice. That was good. So we can just take a loss off the top there now. We just paid for a bunch. Okay, now let's just let the market do what it wants to do. It looks like we're aiming back up. So if it pulls back down, I'm going to get ready to buy again. Because we've got a good shape. Kind of got this like triple bottom type thing, like almost like a head and shoulders with that wick now. We got a pivot here, a head here, and then like another shoulder right over here. So let's just let it run up. If we can hit some of those targets, I'm going to put a short on. So we'll get into our first short on this next iteration. Okay, getting ready on the trigger for the shorts because we're getting close to those buy targets. Okay, it's really struggling to make its next move higher here. We're hitting these highs and it's just struggling to get over those. pull up the 5-minute chart here for a second. Yeah, so we've got a pretty good triple bottoming type pattern. I'm going to just add one more buy in here because of that bottoming type pattern right there. So if it pulls back, I'm going to buy again. Just want to, it should be no problem to get up to those targets. I'm going to just buy again. Just a little bit on the heavier side. Just hold there now. That's a good layer. Go back down to the 1 minute here. Yeah, we should hit those targets. And then once we can get through those, we'll add the short on. Actually, we'll be slow to add the short just because that we might see a bigger leg up. If that pattern is a good strong one, which it looks pretty good, then we might see this run up a lot more. And so I'll be slow to add the shorts as it's running up. So we just knocked out one or two of those trades for profit. And as we're approaching these other highs, it's just struggling right on these highs. As it breaks that, we should see one or two strong bars of buying pressure. Okay, if this pulls back a good chunk quick, I'm going to buy it again. That's not quick at the moment. I'm getting ready in case it pops down, which it's not doing. So yeah, but if we can break that candle high now and get over those highs, we should see 1 to 2 strong bars. So that's how we'll wait for the short position. If it breaks, let's give it 1 to 2 minutes of running before we start shorting. Now we've got a wick on the bottom on that last candle. Right in there. So now our chances are looking really good. I'm going to extend one of these profit targets out a little bit. Just we can make a little bit more money on that move if we're going to break up, which we should right in here. Just going to extend another one out just a little. Okay, if it pops down, I'm also going to get ready to buy. Gonna add one more buy here. That target's coming in under those highs. What I'm trying to do is just squeeze a little out of this consolidation. Gotta be careful not to oversize in case it runs back down a bunch. If it shoots down back onto those lows, we'll get into 4 trades again. Okay, I'm gonna add slowly there. There's one. Okay, just took profits on that one. It looks like we've maybe got another bottoming type leg on this right here. We're creating a little 3-bar reversal and a higher low at the moment. Okay, gonna buy here and we'll get in 3 more again on the bottom. 2 and 1 more right there. Okay, and then just hold. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just falling asleep again, so I'm just gonna go grab a banana. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, we're gonna create another pivot here, or are we gonna break lower? Oh wow, Vin got caught in hail and sleet. It's a messy day. We've been getting a lot of that type of weather too. It's just kind of been bouncing around the freezing mark, just a little bit above, a little bit below, a little bit above, just back and forth. So it's kind of been raining and snowing. Okay, it looks like it's going to break down again. If that's the case, we'll let the market run for a few bars. Big loss during London session, so closed trades before I went out. Oh, that's too bad. I'm with you there. I took a pretty good loss last night in the Tokyo session. Again, just was on a losing streak. My account is down a big chunk right now. Ben, was your loss like a consistent loss, or was it something that was a little bit bigger than it should have been? Sometimes our losses just feel big, but really we're doing what we're supposed to do sometimes. Well, this market's a little bit stuck. Can't decide. Now it really looks like it's going to break down. Okay, we got to wait for it to go down to these levels before we do anything. So we'll just, if it's going to break down, we're going to let it run and just do its thing. Just let the fish run on the line. Okay, we got one little 1 minute bar just barely closing below that red line. Just barely below these lows. So we'll see if that can hold. But if it pops back up here, it might be a false break. So let's just see what happens. And we've got an engulfing candle back the other way. So that was a bit sneaky. Kind of looked like it was going to break right there. And it is firing right back up, creating a false break. Probably would have knocked some people's stop losses out there. That's the really great way about trading like this, is we can avoid having to hit stop losses often. Because what we were going to do is if it ran down, we would just then buy at the next level and then just start wobbling our way out of the other losses. So we're not out of the woods yet, but that's a pretty good sign for the up leg. A rejection, an attempt, a failed attempt usually means a run in the opposite direction. So it's a good chance we'll see an up leg. And dropping right back down onto that red line, that breakout line. And then we'll see if it can press through this time and hold below, or if we get a bounce up again. If it can press and hold down this time, that's an even better case for it to drop down again. But it's got to make it in these next couple minutes for that to happen. Otherwise, the bulls are going to take it back and we'll create a higher pivot low. All right, now it's starting to make its move down. This is much more likely to be the breakout now to the downside. Oh, and another wick on the bottom. definitely struggling here. A couple attempts to make it lower, and it's just not really breaking. If the Bears can't take it down here in the next few minutes, the Bulls are going to take control of it. So it's getting into, oh, you know what? Oh, this is the market open right now, or the stock market open. So that should bring the volatility to take this one way or the other. So it's having a bit of a tug of war right now. And here's the breakdown. This is a really persistent breakdown, so a little bit concerned that's going to create a lot of energy to the downside. I'm going to pick up some buys on this level. All right, on that trend line right there. pick up another one, and then slowly get into 3 and 4. And I'm a little bit heavy up top, so I better not get into too many down here. 4 is going to have to do for now. See if we get a bounce on that 800 at 1.158 line. It's meeting up with that trend line also. And if we can take some of those profits, we'll have to take a loss on the top side, which we are just taking some of those profits now. And a good wick on the downside at the moment. Okay, we got all those targets hit. So we'll take a loss. Take another, that's another loss off the top. So we took 4 trades at $1.50. That's $6, and then we took a $9 loss. We'll do this again. If we can, try and build into another position. Okay, I'm gonna pick up another couple buys as it's pushing down. 3. So now got a stack of 4 in here again. Okay, we took 3 of those trades for profits. Let's see if we can hit that last one. I'm gonna get ready to just get into a bit more in case it does it again. Be nice if we could get a few iterations of that to mitigate those losses. Okay, just slowly getting in again. 1, 2, 3. Got a feeling it's going to break down this time. So if we can get the pop up, take another loss off the top side. I don't know though. I'm not sure if we're going to get it. We're almost close to hitting that stack again. Could really use that to hit that stack to get rid of that loss up top. Looking like it wants to break down again. Now got a 35 pip run, so that oftentimes is a good place for a pullback. From the top all the way down, we've run 35 pips. From this pivot, that one is 20 pips. We've kind of got like this one here to that pivot, that's 27 pips. And then we've got this one, which is 20 pips. So it's a decent spot for an up leg. Got a bigger leg and then a bit of a shorter, smaller leg. I don't know. It's just pressing down right now. I got a little bit too heavy on this position right there. I was trying to get a couple trades in consolidation in there, right in here, and I overspent a little bit, so that's hurting us down here. Vin's not trading now till maybe later. Oh man, guys, I might be taking another loss again. This market doesn't stop running. Got 10 minutes till the new hour. Generally speaking, we get a reversal at that time. But okay, just stalling here. Just adding a couple buys. I need to get on into a much bigger layer, but I didn't, at the moment, I didn't time that right. And I'm running out of space. I'm running out of capital, so I overspent a little bit up top. And I hope that does not come to sting me too hard here. Let's see if we can pull out and get a better clue. As to where this is going to turn. Man, it just slowly built pressure, and that's the worst for this, when you can't like get enough up and down movement to get out of those losses. It's at a pretty good line right now, support. But I really got to be, I can't really spend much more at the moment. So I really just need to pull back. Are you thinking like maybe a couple hours later, then? Or you mean like the Tokyo session? These runs just feel so terrible after you've had a losing streak. Oh man. Now just a couple minutes to the top of the hour. I could sure use a reversal at that point. Looks like we've got a strong 15-minute bar close to the downside. This is not looking good. Unbelievable. I'm going to end up taking another 2% loss here in just a second. Unbelievable. $46 pips. Any lower than that, and my 2% is going to 2% equity protection is going to kick in right around here. Man, I cannot afford another one of those. Unreal. I'm going to just have to go so slow to creep this account back. Oh my goodness. So much for playing both sides. It's just going short. I'm right about to stop out right here. If that line can't hold, that will be the end. There we go. Another stop out again. Unbelievable. Well, guys, that's just going to be it for today. That is not a volatile market. That's just picked its direction, unfortunately. I cannot believe the losing streak. Holy cow, I've got $348 left in this account. I'm going to just have to go super slow. Well, guys, that is a 2% loss again today. And I'll just have to see you tomorrow. I have to go even slower now because I've got much less money to work with. So the next trading sessions are going to be really slow. Unfortunately, I have no choice. Oh, I need to just walk away because if that market rebounds, I'm just going to be so angry. Okay, guys, this is one of those days. Just got to walk away. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp. Have a good day, guys.